Welcome back to DHN. My name is Wade. Let's talk crypto. XDC is our focus. A lot of major developments have come forth this week, the biggest of which Japan's SBI VC trade partnering with the XDC network. Now, others might have just commented on this event, but I'm going to take things a bit deeper. That's our style over here. We also have, courtesy of Crypto Nerd D on Twitter, and the D stands for them facts. He posted, the first digital end-to-end transaction has been completed using electronic bills of lading. Now, if that was foreign to you, don't worry. I can just say this. These are the types of developments that we want to see as holders of XDC. So let's not waste no more time. Let's jump right into it. So what I have here for you is the press release from SBI VC, and it starts with a quote from the managing director. He says, I saw news that XDC will be used as a payment token for R3 Corda in early 2021. 2 years later, SBI VC was able to conclude a partnership agreement with the XDC network. So that shows us right away that this has been brewing for quite some time. There was a period when SBI was investing in US companies, and R3 was one of the biggest beneficiaries from that time period. That's how we got the SBI R3 Japanese branch, which we'll get more into in just a bit, because they go into the expanding XDC ecosystem. And the first company they name, of course, is R3 Corda, and they explain the relationship between R3 and XDC. And then we get to discussing SBI R3. And here's where things start to open up a bit, because they state that as well as supporting cooperation with R3's overseas bases and Corda partners, we will also be supporting cooperation with XDC Networks partners. And then they go on to list some of them. We have the Trada token, WadsPay, Stasis, Prime Numbers, Kinesis, Impel, Plugin, and Comtech Gold. Now, a number of these we've covered at length on the channel. Impel being the biggest one, Stasis, Prime Numbers a lot more recently, but I started the year making sure you guys focused on the stablecoin regulations. And of course, XDC has plenty, right? And another thing on the note of stablecoins, like I mentioned in a tweet, Japan has just reallowed the trading and issuance of foreign stablecoins. That would fall under this umbrella, all right? Now, Plugin I'm still fairly new to, but I know they do a lot of work with NFTs. The point is, though, these companies are going to be incorporated into this entire situation, guys. That's very big news. And it also makes me wonder, if Globians has a little slot in there somewhere. We just won't know. Now, going further down the press release, they have what I initially thought was just a cool graphic, but I had to re-look at this thing a couple times, and I realized this is a roadmap. So, the first date you'll see, and I'll make sure to leave a link to this press release as the pinned comment under this video, but on 5/11, I take that as the date that the ball really got rolling as far as the relationship with SBI and XDC. Then we have 5/31, which is the date of, the news came out, as well as, according to this text here, SBI VC Trade will start handling XDC from May 31st. We will start handling the actual product at the sales office and the accumulation service. And we will plan to start handling at B2C2, one of their major market makers within the SBI group of companies. And that is one of the first dates for June that you'll also see on the roadmap. You'll see the name of the company there. Now, there's a second date in June, and I haven't had the chance to translate the text under that. Maybe someone has the knowledge to do that, but I'm going to take that as the staking announcement that they're going to make, because they go on to state that we're currently preparing to support staking and storage. So maybe masternode situation or retail staking for the SBI VC Trade customers. Because another thing that isn't being mentioned here, this is an exchange. They have their own crypto exchange, and some of the other tokens listed are XRP, Stellar Lumens, Litecoin, Bitcoin on Ethereum, I believe, as well. So XDC is going to be all throughout this network, okay? And after that, Starting with the opening of XDC's Japanese office, we will expand use cases in Japan and seek partnerships with SBI Group companies. Now, if you haven't taken a chance to Google SBI Group of companies, we're talking about 50 plus companies here, and they don't just focus on crypto and digital assets. Now, the two biggest names that you may be familiar with are SBI Remit, which uses Ripple and XRP, RippleNet, ODL, all of that, as well as SBI Ripple Asia. These two relationships have been established for a number of years. And it also calls up that photo that was kind of floating around Twitter last month during my hiatus of, I believe it was Brad Garlinghouse with an XDC Foundation member. I can't really recall the name. I know it wasn't Atul Kakade or Sunil, but they were foreshadowing something with that. They really were. And now that we have this news, makes a bit more sense. Now, another company on SBI's roster is SBI Traceability. This company actually uses Corda technology for supply chain applications. Supply chain, trade finance, they run hand in hand, ladies and gentlemen. It's the trade financing that's moving the supply chain around. So I can just see that strengthening now that XDC is involved, and the digital transformation that we're going to touch more into in a minute, when it comes to trade finance altogether. Now, another company that stood out to me, and this was just because of XDC's exposure into this field, but SBI Esports. All right. Now, I know Prime Numbers has NFTs that are focused towards fan engagement, customer experiences, things like that. So if SBI is looking to branch out into the same type of activities, hey, again, the point of this press release was to let us know that XDC is about to be fully integrated into SBI groups of companies. That puts it on the same tier as XRP. Like, that does it, in my opinion. So, major news, very massive, very, very bullish, as they say. Okay, I don't really say that, but hey, it's a common term. You gotta link with the people. But our next story is the first digital end-to-end trade transaction completed using Trace Original. That's very key. That's the name of the application provided to us by Initio. Now, the relationship between Initio and XDC, we're going to touch on in just a second. But they announced today, and this is May 31st, that the first digital end-to-end trade document transaction was completed using its solution for digital original documents. The goods shipped were paper products from Antwerp, Belgium to Delhi, India. The transaction included multiple parties and types of documents that all worked seamlessly together, including the electronic bills of lading, the invoicing, packaging list, insurance policy, and certificate of origin. So, pretty much the entire value chain of this transaction was digitized, that's what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. And they also mentioned that the document transaction time was reduced to 1 working day instead of the previous 9 days. Now, in our video for the secret behind March 20th about the ISO migration that is currently happening, we learned that all levels of trade finance are running under these new messaging. Those new messaging standards allow for settlement times to be faster. So we have a direct instance right here of it actually working. Now, it isn't written that they are using these things, but when you gather the information, guys, and you put the pieces of the puzzle together, it's common sense at that point. It's really common sense. Now, let's get into the relationship between Initio and XDC. Like I said, it goes back to November of 2021 when Initio welcomed the ITFA DNI initiative members. These members, of course, include XDC, Coriolis, Nokia, SMBC, and several other companies. But what I found to be the most interesting in this article is that it stated not only are they welcoming the ITFA members and they can freely test all types of digital, they are free to test all the steps to digitally create and exchange and manage any types of documents such as bank guarantees, bills of exchange, promissory notes, and bills of lading. They go on to say that this is also an opportunity for financial institutions, corporates, fintechs, and platforms to try Trace Original. That was the application that we led this story off with. Now, all of this, of course, is going to be compliant under the Electronic Trade Documents Law, which is still yet to come into effect, as well as the MLETR, which is the big overarching law that we need to pass globally. And then XDC is it's gonna be a 2-digit project. And that's just me being modest, okay? When you have the entire globe, all right, as your target market, okay? I'm just saying. But with all of that, guys, these are exciting developments if you're holding XDC. And what I've taken away specifically from this section here, as far as Initio and XDC, we are in the market of NDAs. So there is a chance, no guarantee, but there's a chance that XDC could have been involved in this most recent transaction. And if not, on the other end of the next one. That's the type of situation, that's the type of setup that we have here, guys. So with that, that's all I got for you. Of course, if you found value in this content, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss the next one. Also, we have a bunch of resources down under this video for new crypto investors to get you on the right path. And as always, my name is Wade Teamer, and if that money is digital, so is the hustle. I'll see you in the next video.